And so that is one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're trying to treat their skin condition, is by treating it just as a skin condition at the surface layer, whereas actually they need to get down to the engine room, to the root of the problem. So anything that's presenting on the skin, think from topical steroid withdrawal all the way through to simple things like eczema and psoriasis, those things will break down the upper skin layer. But notice it doesn't start at the skin. So if we draw a picture, a very basic picture of the upper layer of this skin barrier, okay, with all these skin cells, all right, we won't go into too much detail here, but imagine it, look, it looks like a brick wall with these skin cells moving up from the bottom. And then we've got some immune cells here, especially if the immune system is activated in cases like atopic dermatitis, where we know the immune system is heavily driving the response. Now, lots of things can be happening inside the body. So remember the core four, we've got the diet, and I'll explain why each of those can have an effect on the skin barrier. We've got diet, the biomes, toxins, and stress. Each one of those can have an impact directly on the skin barrier itself. And so the lie we've been told is that putting something on the skin can improve a skin condition. Well, hang on, where's the skin growing from? Is it growing from the top down or the bottom upwards? That's right, it's growing from the bottom. And so the processes driving the formation of new skin cells here is what we need to control. Yes, it is true, if we slap a load of Vaseline or Epiderm or Epimax or whatever the hell you've been given by your dermatologist, if we slap a load of that on the skin, we are decreasing the amount of external allergens and toxins and bacteria and pollen and everything like that coming through that layer. So yes, it does have a mechanical impact, and yes, there are some natural creams that have certain compounds in them that can modulate the immune system slightly. However, if the immune system is activated because of one of these other core four, then you're never going to be able to get on top of the skin condition just by treating at the surface level. So it is worth understanding that yes, if the skin barrier is already broken down, such as in atopic dermatitis, we get a drop in filaggrin. And filaggrin is that master skin protein. Without it, we can't make natural moisturizing factor. We can't build a nice healthy skin barrier layer. If we do get a drop in filaggrin because of a Th2 immune response, which suppresses production of filaggrin, the skin barrier will start breaking down. Then we become sensitized to pet dander. Why? Because it comes through the skin barrier and interacts with the immune system. There you go, you've got your dendritic cell picking up a piece of your cat hair and taking it around to the rest of the immune system saying, hey, this is a problem. If you spot this, create a response. Same goes for pollen, same goes for anything coming through this skin barrier after the skin barrier has already broken down. Notice it didn't start there, but certainly an inflammatory response at the skin layer can keep that inflammation going. So let's break this down slightly differently this time. So let's loop together the diet and the biomes. And so if we go back to the gut barrier, and we've done lots on this before, if we go back to the gut barrier, you know intestinal hyperpermeability, which is where we get a gap between these enterocytes or colonocytes, which is where we get the things from